The San Jose Charter School Consortium is a group that came together to really look at how can we improve the state of education in San Jose. And the founding members are Downtown College Prep, KIPP Bay Area, ACE Charter School, Rocket Ship, and there's a grassroots organizing group called PACT, People Acting in Community Together, and the California Charter School Association. What all of these different organizations have done, and they're high quality, high performing organizations, they're coming together around one focus, and that really is around college readiness for kids. How can we get students from San Jose to actually get through college?
Our theory of change is that there are individual schools and individual school leaders, teachers in the classroom at each school. They're doing great things. And yet, without working together, they can't share their best practices. They can't build on others' successes. Many kids in San Jose, as they are across the country, are well below grade level. We need to leapfrog them and get them up to grade level and hopefully above grade level in just a short stretch of time. And that's why we really felt like we needed to form this consortium, to make it so that we're learning from each other as well as from our own experiences in the classroom at each school level.
A lot of our members, a lot of parents in East San Jose are stuck with a neighborhood school where you kind of have to be a superstar to get your kid into college, where it's maybe, less than 10% of the kids have the credits to get into San Jose State. And our people believe that the numbers, those kinds of percentages in East San Jose ought to be what they are in the wealthiest parts of the valley, where it's a rare child who doesn't have the credits to get into a college or university.
San Jose as a city has 120,000 kids in grades K through 12, of which 60,000 are both low income and below grade level in terms of their academic achievement. So if you think about 60,000 children who basically don't have a chance of going to college, the statistics are pretty clear.
How can every student in San Jose have a high quality school to attend and have a high quality of education, so that 60,000 number of students who are performing below grade level does not exist anymore?
We are going to go and create schools in all of those places where performance is lowest so that we can drive that performance up. Our thesis is that those children have the same abilities as kids who are in schools in Palo Alto or in Cupertino, and so we expect the same results out of them. And so our first year results were comparable to Palo Alto. We actually beat Palo Alto in math.
KIPP Hartwood has been outperforming both the district schools and some of the wealthiest schools around the county for the last 5 years. How do we do that? We start with kids who come in 2 to 3 grade levels behind. Our kids go to school from 7:15 to 5 every day. They go to school twice a month on Saturdays for 2 hours for extra tutorials, and they go to school in the summer for 2 weeks. That combination of teachers putting in everything that they can for every single child, and the longer hours, and giving the principal the real power to make decisions, both hiring decisions, budget decisions, and curriculum decisions, allows us to be successful with our students.
One of the things that really connects all of the organizations in the consortium, whether it's getting kids ready to go from their middle school to their high school off to Stanford and Berkeley or whatever it is this common understanding that the way that children and their families think about college and think about themselves is a huge catalyst to their long-term success. And while when you go to Downtown College Prep, you're going to see a slightly different curriculum than when you go to Rocket Ship, and those differences exist all across the consortium, what never needs to be questioned, what never is open to question, is the crucial nature of building social capital, of building emotional capital in these kids that they can spend when things get tough. Because if you are a first generation to college kid from a impoverished neighborhood, you are not going to have an easy track. Even if you're a genius, you're not going to have an easy track. And so we build schools knowing that kids need that time and that training and that support in order to be able to make it all the way to and through college.
For so many years we've all worked side by side, but we haven't worked together, and we've crossed paths, but this is a real opportunity for us to work together as teammates around the same problem with the same mission.
The most powerful thing about the consortium is that each of its members bring a particular expertise in one or many areas around charter school development, whether that's facilities or best practices around culture and college readiness. And the consortium gives us a forum to share those best practices and strategize around how we can leverage them to increase student achievement at all of our schools.
So there's kind of strength in the collective voice of the members of this consortium and saying, you know, you can do better, you can improve your results too.
For me, the key differentiator in working with SV2 is that they are willing to engage with organizations that are open about the risks that they're taking.
Having come from the tech world and being an SV2 member back in the very first year, I would say that what's great about SV2 is you're willing to be first movers. So anybody who does funding, either for-profit or non-profit, knows that it's hardest to find the people who are going to walk in the door first, and that's what SV2 has done with this consortium.
What is really powerful about SV2 is it has taken the best of what happens in the VC world in an industry and a sector where entrepreneurism doesn't exist, and they've made strategic, high-risk investments. And while the return hasn't necessarily been billions and billions of dollars, the impact on kids and families and communities has been profound, and that will be lasting.